Danny, how you doing, man?
Hello, Lewis. How are you today?
I'm okay, thanks. Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Hey.
That's right, everybody. My wife is also here. But today we are talking about The Holiday, and it is one of her favourite films of all time. And I imagine
a fucking classic.
it is a bit of a classic. It's a Christmas classic.
I can't wait to hear what Danny thinks.
I think he loves it. I think this is all a facade to throw us off the scent.
Fucking hell. Okay. Well, before we get all that shite done, we've got we've got the 10-minute bullshit to do. So
We do indeed.
Yeah. So I'll spin the wheel.
You spin that wheel.
Right. Maybe we should invest in a
In a Wheel of Fortune style wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a cheap one. Don't get me wrong. A cheap one.
Of course.
But right. Okay. What I've got here is the Yarnathon experience.
Yes.
Yes.
We did the Yarnathon. It was 24 hours of solid knitting / crocheting / eating garlic bread and making coffee. It was fantastic.
I mean, it sounds it. I mean, what else? What else would you want to do?
Precisely, yeah.
Give us the grueling, nitty-gritty bits of it. Tell us all the horrible stuff. Did you have to eat each other's toes and stuff like that? Was it?
No, not quite. To be honest with you, it was mostly it was really enjoyable. I think there was a couple of times when I was like, "Oh, I'm really tired," and then I'd get back into it after a little bit.
Yeah.
You knocked over coffee at 6 a.m. and nearly
Oh
cried.
God, yeah, I did. Because I make coffee in the AeroPress, and so it was stood up on the side, and I was poured water into it, put the kettle down, and I moved my arm across to grab a teaspoon or something, and just knocked it over onto the side, and genuinely almost sobbed at 6 a.m. So yeah, that was fun.
Wow, that's it's a humbling moment for my co-host. I feel as if a great big scandal has happened, and this is you coming on to tell us the details of it. Yes, I spilt coffee at 6 a.m. And then I wept in the shower for an hour.
It's the thing that got us through it, I think, were the lives.
Yeah.
We sort of developed a community that was following us through all of the lives. It was really good. I had a couple of people that kept coming. I kept viewing every single one of them. Darius was there for most of them.
Yep.
Somebody called Jack Wright was there for most of them. So that was good. Having people keeping coming in and stuff. Plus, it gave us a more understandable goal.
Yeah.
Because I think your brain it only is really focuses goals in terms of a day. So 24 hours is the maximum amount of time it can comprehend, really. So we were sat there thinking, right, we've got to do this for 24 hours now, and that means nothing. But in 2 hours we're going live. Okay, we can. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I dipped in and out of them.
You did.
I did. Yep. I went on a couple, which was nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
I said I was going to make you a hat, and I still have not made the hat.
I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm really. I'm not even shocked. I was like, there is just no way that I'm getting a hat out of this.
Darling, would you mind telling the people what you made in 24 hours?
Yes, in 24 hours I made a sock, and I did it badly.
Wow, that's
It does not fit any human foot. Only a very square foot would fit in this sock.
One sock.
One sock.
Not even a pair of socks, just one.
Yep, just the one.
So you made half.
I think I'm very talented.
You made half a sock that no one can wear in 24 hours.
Essentially, yeah.
That's the sum of your labours. Right, okay, Lewis, we're going to test you out. We're going to work you for a day to see what you get done, and you'd break the thing. You'd break the materials that they gave you.
The irony of it is, in non-Yarnathon life, I'm really efficient at doing things. I invest a lot of thought energy into writing to-do lists and just doing things. And then on the Yarnathon I made one sock that was not even correct. Oh, goodness me.
Do you ever find creating lists of stuff to do is more enjoyable than actually doing them?
To some degree, yeah.
I love making lists. I am forever making lists of shit that I'll never do. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, need to get that done. Need to get that done. Oh, this is great. I'm going to keep doing that. And then the list is a book long, and I'm fucked if I'm doing any of it. But I just
just like looking at it.
Yeah, and then never touching them. It's great.
It's fun to get a nice pen out and write down a list of things you'll never ever do.
Exactly.
It makes you feel organised without having to actually do anything.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
Time
it.
you spend working on the system is not time spent using the system, but it feels nice.
Yeah, you get the catharsis without the hard work. It's great. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. Don't actually do the things, just pretend you're going to do the things. Yeah.
What was the worst moment of the Yarnathon? What was the bit where you're like, oh, that was the worst?
Probably the coffee. Like that was the worst part, I think. Like the part that I struggled with the most was like in the last hour. I think I genuinely fell asleep while knitting a few times.
Yeah, I had to wake them up.
Yeah,
I don't
that was difficult, but
I don't understand why people don't drink tea.
I was on tea.
Yeah, it's got way more caffeine in it.
I've always thought it's like faster caffeine absorption in coffee.
You're the kind of person that if you were addicted to nicotine, you just put the patch like straight on your forehead.
I want it as close to my brain as possible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This tastes weird. It's a bit papery, but okay. No, but if I was going to do a 24-hour Yarnathon or another, I certainly wouldn't be doing it on Yarn. Maybe an insultathon, where I just went around insulting my family members for 24 hours straight. I'd probably drink tea with honey, because it wouldn't send me to sleep. It would keep me up for a considerable period of time.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly sensible.
Yeah, I've never liked coffee.
No, I'm big into it. I feel like I've invested enough cash in like a grinder and coffee equipment and stuff that now I have to like it. Even if I buy horrible coffee, I have to drink it just because it's the sunk cost thing.
Yeah, that sounds a bit more like Stockholm syndrome than actually like liking something. Well, I've sunk all this money in. I might as well just shut the fuck up and like it.
I think the thing that gets me about it is the sheer like the amount of brain power it takes me to make a cup of coffee, and then the difference between that coffee and like instant coffee. It blows my mind that there are people who happily drink instant coffee. It just tastes like death.
Yes, but not everyone's a snob.
Yes, I am a massive snob. This is
Yep.
This is true.
That is true. That's very true.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I mean, I was really hoping that you would come out with some really horrific horror stories from the Yarnathon, because that's all I've got for the bullshit. I was hoping that the two of you just broke the social convention and just started like gladiator fighting or something like that. Just some really horrible stuff. But no, it was just a pretty civilised charity Yarnathon.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot how to count to 5 at one point. I was that tired that my brain just went, nah, not doing it, no more.
I think if I was doing it again, I would start the 24 hours like 15 minutes after I got up. Wake up, have a shower, have some breakfast, and then start.
Yeah, but the entire point of how we did it was that it was strategically timed, so that when we finished at 6 p.m. the next day, we could go to bed, sleep through,
That's
and then
true.
we're back on a normal sleep schedule.
That's pretty smart. That's pretty
Thank you
smart.
very much.
You're a smart cookie, sweetie.
I know.
I would have started at 3 in the morning and finished at 3 the next day, so that my sleeping pattern was fucked. 24 hours. Is it? I think we talked about this in the live, but do we know the maximum hours before you die of sleep deprivation?
I think it's like a week.
A week.
I'm pretty sure they've done like experiments on this, and like you can stay awake for a week before you just like die.
Yeah, I'm gonna search it.
Oh, God.
While Danny's searching that depressing thing, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who donated to the Yarnathon, by the way. We're on 230 quid, and it means the absolute world. It's all going to a fantastic cause, and just thank you so much.
I'm still searching.
You're all extremely good eggs. Verified good eggs.
Keep shilling, Lewis. I'm still searching.
One thing I will say is that on the live streams, we had quite a few people asking us, are we ever going to do Shouting Into the Void merch? That became like a hot button issue for a couple of hours in the middle of the night.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. And I thought, if I was ever going to do a bit of Shouting Into the Void merch, forgetting things like mugs, t-shirts, things like that, which is what I would really want to do. I would really want
I want a t-shirt.
a Shouting Into the Void mug. You want a t-shirt with my face on?
I said nothing about your face.
It's a Shouting Into the Void t-shirt.
Yeah, get a logo.
That's true. Yeah, I'll invest some hours in a logo making.
We don't need a logo. We've got our very cheaply made typing font. That's all we need. I think that I tell you something. There's a charm to that. So much so that when we got the art commissioned by C137 Designs, they were going to put it in the Rick and Morty font, and I specifically said no. I want the font that we have for our for consistency on our previous poster with our face, because I like that font. I think it says a lot about who we are.
The typewriter font, I quite like it.
Yeah, professionalism on the surface, but underneath cheap desperation.
Yes, that's incredibly accurate.
By the way, the longest recorded time without sleep is approximately 264 hours, which is 11 consecutive days.
Oh my god.
Christ.
So,
can you imagine doing that? That would be awful.
I would rather die. 24 hours was bad enough. Although something that did happen afterwards, I think you'll be quite proud of me for, Dan. Lewis doesn't care because he's a machine that doesn't sleep. We finished at 6 p.m. I was asleep for 20 past and woke up at noon the next day. I slept for 18 hours.
Wow.
After we finished this shit.
That's good. How long did you sleep for, Lewis?
I went to sleep. Because after the Yarnathon, we ordered a pizza. And we sat there in bed, and I sort of had the pizzas in one hand, and I had the other hand on Chloe's shoulder going, Babe, wake up. And then she woke up, and I handed her a pizza and said, there you go. They got into bed next to her. We ate these pizzas, like, in sleepy silence. But yeah, after we ate those pizzas, I maybe fell asleep at about 8:30, 9 p.m, then woke up about 7 a.m. the next day.
That is shocking.
Honestly, that pizza is a vague memory. I cannot tell you what was on that pizza at all. Because I've got no fucking clue.
Because we both lay there in bed. We did, you know, you like most pizzerias, like pizza places, you can do like the pick 4 custom toppings for your pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
So we did that, and we were both sat there giving it a lot of thought. And I was like, well, I want black olives, and I want pineapple, and I want the. And Chloe was giving it a similar amount of thought and all this. And then she got the pizza and was like, huh? Pizza? I was like, yeah, we ordered pizza. But yeah.
Black olives and pineapple?
Mate, legendary combination.
Oh my god.
I have so many incredibly strong opinions about pizza. I will happily talk about them at length.
Are you out your fucking mind? Black olives. Right, I tell you something. Do you know what the only thing that goes in my pizza?
Pepperoni?
No, cheese and tomato. That's it. That's it. It doesn't. It ends there. No,
but the sweet, tangy flavour of the pineapple, that enhances the cheese.
Does it fuck?
And the olive does the same. It enhances the sauce with its sort of briny saltiness.
No.
100%.
All pineapple does is make a nice, crispy, tomatoey food into a soggy, sweet mess. That's all that does.
That's why you caramelise your pineapple before you chuck it on. Then it stays crispy.
I don't care whether it's been farted on by hobos. I'm not putting pineapple on my pizza. End of story.
I'm going to say I agree with Dan on this one.
Oh, I just
tell me about your burger.
Pizza. My burger?
That you have at the pub.
Oh god, yeah, at the pub, right. They have this, they obviously they'll serve like burgers, and they do like a veggie burger option, because I'm veggie, obviously.
Yeah.
And they have a list of things you can put on the burger, and it starts off fairly normal, like cheese, jalapenos, things like that. Mm-hmm. Then I was looking down the list and I was thinking, some of these things don't look like they actually belong on a burger. It doesn't make any sense. And so I ordered at one point halloumi, fried egg, and jalapenos on this burger. And mate, it was legendary.
What was the weirdest thing that they were offering?
To be honest with you, it was the fried egg. I kept thinking, well, how are they going to put the fried egg on the burger and it's not going to destroy the bun or the burger or anything else in this parcel?
If you toast the bun, it would be hard to sort of ruin
That's a
it.
good point. Yeah.
I toast my burger buns.
See, right. This is completely blowing my fucking mind, because I saw it on, I don't even know what I saw it on. Celebs Go Dating, that's what. Joey Essex was on a date, surprisingly. And he was having a barbecue, and he actually put his, like, burger buns on the barbecue. I've never seen that done in my entire life, and it has blown my mind. Like, Joey Essex has actually taught me something.
Yeah, I mean...
I have learned from Joey Essex.
I wouldn't expect any education from Joey Essex. Maybe a how not to tutorial, but other than that, I mean, yeah. But I toast my buns.
I've just never seen that done before, like ever.
Well, it's
I've only ever seen it done like in American shows and sitcoms and stuff. I've never done it in real life.
Yeah, because it stops it getting soggy, and it protects the entire burger.
The structural integrity of the bun.
Game changer.
Exactly. Well, there you go. You know, it's certainly better than fucking soggy pineapple all over your
No,
pizza.
that's another thing that goes really well is pineapple on a burger. Pineapple goes on everything.
Lewis, I'm going to tell you something for your own good, right? This is no. That's it. No,
I will defend pineapple being on salty food until the day I die.
Okay, would you have sweet and salted popcorn?
No.
Yes.
No.
No!
No, because the salt infects the sweet, it contaminates it.
Yeah.
They both mesh together
No,
to
because
form
it's
something
not
that is
two
greater than the
distinct flavours,
parts.
It's
No,
just one mixture that's meh.
Yeah, hence sweet and salted. They come together to form the god of all
In a
popcorn.
shit way.
In a fantastic way.
This is, do you know what? This is just Lewin's. This is just Lewis's Freudian slip, right? Because he's so obsessed with having a Star Trek-like planet where everyone just comes together and everything's fine. But no, Lewis, salted and sweet must remain separate.
I genuinely think if you offer it to different focus groups, people that spend a lot of time around food or eating food or cooking food, I reckon more times than not they'll go for sweet and salty.
Right. Whoa. Hold the fuck up. I love food. Like, eating is one of the genuine joys of my day.
Same.
Like,
Same.
I am an ultimate foodie. You cannot sit there and say that, oh, people who love food will get it. Fuck off.
And guess
No.
what? Guess what? See, even if they did, I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't care whether I'm the only person on earth that thinks this way. See, because I think this way, that's it. That's all I need. I don't need fucking opinions and facts and logic. I just need to know myself. And my instincts tell me...
What do you both think about salted caramel?
No.
I mean, even that's borderline.
Really? I thought you loved it.
Right. I love it because it's one of our things.
Okay.
But it's rare that I would choose it.
Okay.
I think it's disgusting.
I think it has a very wide scope of potential for disappointment.
Right.
Like, sometimes they're overly salty and then you taste it, you're like, okay. Like, it's got to be a very specific balance for me.
I see. I think it's a good flavour to have on something like doughy, like a donut or a cake or a... It's good to go on something like that, something yeasted.
Do you know what I will admit that I do like now and again?
What?
I like chocolate covered pretzels.
There you go. See?
I have not tried
Sweet,
those.
salty.
Yeah, but it's the rare. I think it might be one of the only things that I like where those two flavours mesh. But other than that, it's like it's not consistent with food. It's like if it tastes good to me, I'll eat it, and if it doesn't, it can fuck off. That's it. It's as simple as that.
I don't think there are any foods that I actively dislike. I think there are lots of things that I don't like them at first, but I would be willing to say, oh, well, let's put a sauce on them, or let's like cook them differently, and then I would grow to like them, like an acquired taste.
Prawns.
So you're like,
Yeah, they taste grotesque, but I think if you fried them in like a garlic and lemon sauce or something, they would taste nice. Yeah.
so you're
Right, whoa. We've been together 4 years and you're telling me this entire time I could have had you eating shit like prawns. I just had to put it in a sauce.
As long as it complements the earthy brininess
no
of the
question,
prawn. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, having prawns for tea, babe.
I like.
sake.
I mean, I would eat prawns the way they are.
Thank you, Daniel.
I think
there's too much earthy brininess in them on
yeah,
their own.
I mean, there's a limit. I wouldn't have an entire box of prawns to myself. I wouldn't sit there just.
Would you like to know who would have an entire box of prawns to herself?
I wonder.
Right, in my defence, it wasn't a box. It was a party ring. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think. Yeah, I like prawns.
And also in my defence, it was at Christmas time, so...
Yeah, calories don't count at Christmas.
Exactly.
Everyone knows this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just looking at the time.
Do you feel sated on that, Dan,
Yeah.
or would you like a bit more bullshit?
20 minutes of talking about shite. That's not bad.
I have one more question. I'm really sorry. I have one more question. What is the group consensus on deep fried Mars bars?
All right. Might be nice with a bit of salt.
Is it right? Okay. I think that this is an English thing that you people have made up about Scotland, right? Like you go to England, right, and all you hear is, yeah, I really want to try that deep fried Mars bar you people have. You people, as if we're fucking locusts. But I have never had one, and I've never seen one.
Really?
So I don't know if it's a myth that my conquerors have bestowed upon.
Our local chip shop sells them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went in there one night to get, like, chips, and then they were like, "Oh, you do deep fried Mars bars?" And he was like, "Yeah, do you want one?" They were like, "Yeah, we do." So they were only like £1 or something, because Mars bars aren't exactly expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah.
£1 is a lot for a Mars bar.
Yeah, but it has been deep fried. He has done things to the Mars bar to it's not just a Mars
He's
bar.
taken it out of the wrapper and put it into the deep fryer.
Yeah,
That's
he's
not
not
doing things.
he's not-
That's relocating it.
He's not sautéed it or seasoned it or anything like that. He's just fucking stuck it in a big fryer. So that's
I'm about to
£1, please. I wonder how much more he's putting on. How many more pennies he's adding because he dipped it in a big fatty thing. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to say something very controversial now, and I think the
fuck.
group is going to loathe me for this.
Go on.
Batter that you would fry things in would be seasoned. It would taste a little bit salty, and if you just had like little bits of batter, they are kind of salty and kind of nutty.
Yeah.
I think that flavour complements the incredible sweetness of a Mars bar.
Right. Well, I've never. I mean, you may be right, but I've never had one.
Next time that you come to Stoke, Dan, we will take you to the chip shop and we will get a deep fried Mars bar.
Fair enough. I'll see you in 2 years when when this all blows over.
Or if you reckon you could beat Boris Johnson in a fist fight,
Well,
then
didn't
you're allowed
he
out your
say?
house.
Didn't he say that we're past the peak?
He did,
But I don't know.
but-
It doesn't mean I believe him. I don't know what to believe. But you know, he says that we're past the peak of it. So
Yes, but that doesn't mean there's no more deaths.
no, that's not. That's not what I'm saying, Lewis. That's
No, but I don't really understand what you are saying, so I'm being a twat about it.
Well, what
What's
I
the-
don't know what I'm saying either. I just I made a comment saying that it might be 2 years, but if you're past the peak of something, doesn't that indicate that it might be less time than everyone thinks it is?
Yeah, you'd think. Because I've seen online, we're going to be in lockdown until July. It's like, are we really?
I saw
Yeah.
one that was till at least the end of the year.
God damn, that would be a bit insane, wouldn't it?
Fine with that as well.
Yeah.
I'm living my best life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
living your best lockdown life.
I've been inside for like 43 days or something now. I've seen no one. I've done nothing. I'm getting paid for it. What's not to like?
Yeah, I mean, it's not much has changed in my life.
I mean, I've reorganised my desk because now I have time to, but that's about it.
You
Yeah.
work from home.
Yeah, I do. This is true. I could have done it any day.
Well, I mean, I just pray it's over soon.
Mm.
I mean, I don't pray, but I hope, I wish, I fingers crossed.
Oh, Christ.
Have you told Danny about Monica?
I have not told Danny about Monica. Danny, you know Cats?
Yep,
The animal, not the musical, or the film,
yep.
in which Idris Elba was strangely much more naked than the rest of them. But yeah, Cat's the animal.
Yep.
We are getting a cat, because we're moving house soon. We've spoken about it, and we said we're going to get a cat. And so, it's like, oh my god, yes, that's fantastic. We saw on this Facebook page of like a local cat shelter adoption agency people. Iris's Cats in Need, if you're listening. If you're listening, thanks for having nice cats. There is a cat called Monica, and apparently she is very kind and sweet and shy, and she requires a family who will have a lot of time to spend with her. And I work from home, so we have a lot of time to spend with a cat.
Yeah.
So we are getting a cat. We are getting Monica, hopefully.
What do you mean apparently?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Apparently,
What do you mean apparently? She's like that. Have you met her?
Oh, no, we haven't, because we're on lockdown.
So,
But on the Facebook post and in correspondence with the shelter, that's what they've said. She's very, like, shy and all that.
so essentially, you're getting a blank check, is what you're getting. This cat could be the devil. This cat could
We
be...
were going to go and meet her.
Yeah. Because if it turns out that she's been, like, traumatised by someone that looks a lot like me, and then she sees me and goes, "Oh my god!" and, like, tries to kill me, perhaps it would be best if we didn't adopt her.
Yeah.
But
as long as you get to meet her first.
yeah,
and sort
yeah.
of because that would be like a bit...
We're not just, like, blind dating a cat.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were saying for a second there. It's like,
No.
could have been straight out of Satan's bumhole for all we know, and you just, come on in!
Yeah, we've paid some money to a local adoption agency and they're going to surprise us with a random cat
That's
at some
it.
point in the future.
It's a lucky dip.
Luck of the cards, eh?
They've just
Well,
got a bag
that's-
of cats and they just chuck their arm in and throw one into our house and walk away.
Well, that's good. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you very much. We're excited to have a cat.
Yeah, well,
Although I did realise that you did say that if we ever got a cat, you would try and antagonise it into attacking you.
Daniel.
Please do not try to antagonise our cat, Dan.
I'm going to. I'm gonna stick my tongue out at it when you're not looking, and and do that thing where you put your thumb up to your nose and go, "Ooh," you know, with the other fingers waving about. Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
I hope she
cockerel.
scratches you to high fuck.
Well, we'll see. Your wish is my command.
Right, is that enough bullshit, everybody? What do we think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, Dan, this week... let me just sort my pop socket out. Nope. Okay, there we go. Well, Dan, this week we are going to be talking about the classic Christmas-themed rom-com starring Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, Jack Black,
Kate
the
Winslet.
Titanic lady, Kate Winslet.
The Titanic. Yeah,
I forgot her
this
name.
classic.
But it is sort of a classic, called The Holiday, in which Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet swap houses.
Yeah, it was directed by Nancy Myers, and it was also written by Nancy Myers. So yeah,
Yeah. Do you have an opening statement, Dan?
I do. Yeah. I hate this film. Fuck you.
I genuinely think this film is a good example of this genre.
No.
It's an enjoyable film. The narrative is good.
No.
No?
No.
Right, well, my opening statement is a wonderful film which has easily become an instant classic. One of my faves. Have you got one, sweetie?
I haven't got one. I'm going to make one up on the fly because that's the kind of person that I am.
Okay.
Got me 12 GCSEs and 3 A levels like that, so we're going to keep rolling.
This better be good.
You will be amazed what I've done on a time crunch in terms of education, Daniel. Anyway, it's a great film. It's what a rom-com should be, and if Nancy Myers is good enough for Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, then she's good enough for me, so...
Okay.
Okay, Dan. Talk, have you got any CRQs? Any CRSs? Any CR angrinesses?
I feel like I'm having a stroke.
CR 4-letter words. Half a second in, I have a small note here.
Right.
Fuck you for making me watch this garbage fest.
Yes!
I cannot believe that I sat for 2 hours and 15 minutes and watched this film. See this film? This
Yeah.
film is like hell to me. It may be the worst film I've ever seen. I hated every single second of it, right?
Do you really think this is the worst film you've ever seen?
Possibly. Quite possibly.
Why? What's your justification for that? I genuinely think it's quite good.
Okay, it's cringy. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
The characters are so pathetic and unrealistic. The acting is overblown, and it's good actors. These actors are good. Kate Winslet is a fucking great actor. So why is she doing this over the top fucking? I didn't laugh once. Okay, I didn't laugh once in the entire film. I thought the comedy was shite, and I thought that it was an over the top, simpering, romantic fucking mess. and I
I don't
hated
think
it.
it's necessarily like a laugh out loud type of comedy, though. It's just a light-hearted look at this situation.
Oh, what's the situation, Lewis? What's
This-
the light-hearted situation that when Kate Winslet's character made me want to scratch my eyes out? Okay, she's barely in the film. Her arc consists of being with a guy who's really bad, and then helping an old writer find his mojo, and then accept a writers guild thing, and then she goes out with Jack Black. It's like that's her entire arc through. I forgot she was in it.
I would argue
at
that
some
her
point.
arc is finding meaning in her own life by helping somebody else.
But no,
It's
right. You give your CRQs, and I'll listen.
Okay. In terms of actual CRQs cues, what the fuck have I written here?
That's what I thought when I read those. I've got 8-year-olds that write better than that.
Right, here's a question. Why would Cameron Diaz ever look at a list of places in the UK and think, yes, I want to go to Surrey? Out of all of those place names, Surrey does not conjure up images of beauty and wonderfulness.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
I think it does.
Yeah?
I don't think it does.
It makes me think of countryside and
Yeah.
everything like that.
But bear in mind, Cameron Diaz is like an LA girl.
Yeah, exactly. Bear that in mind. She doesn't know where half these fucking places are.
That's true. But Surrey is just not a nice word.
Surrey.
What would
Yeah.
you have preferred that she picked?
Hertfordshire. That's a nicer word.
Is it a nicer place though?
I have no idea. I don't know what Surrey or Hertfordshire is like.
Right, exactly.
Could
So
be could be a
Come on now.
shithole.
So you get presented this list of places where you don't know where any of them are. You just start picking them randomly.
No, I would pick them by how nice they sound. If I'm trying to go to a nice place, I'd pick them by how nice they sound.
I mean,
I think, anyway.
Call me fucking old fashioned, but I'd probably research the place a bit. Probably find out what's there, who's there, what happens there. See the entire enterprise that these two go on. It's so rushed. She doesn't Kate Winslet doesn't even tell her brother that she's gone, and he just shows up drunk. And
Well, no,
it's
but
like,
she does try to call him, but he misses the call.
oh well, that's it then. Yeah, you're right. There's nothing else she could have done there. Yeah, can I come to your house tomorrow and we'll just switch and not tell anyone that cares about us or works with it? Oh, fuck that, man. That's balls.
Yeah, but I think Iris did try to tell people, but they were both people driven to the end of their tether by the situation they were in. They had to just get out of that situation.
I will fucking bully for them. I mean, most people don't really have the ability to just take all their shit, move to a different country for 2 weeks, and then fall in love and then come back.
Move. Right. Sorry, I have an issue with that phrase. Move to a different country for 2 weeks. It's a fucking holiday.
Yeah, but what did you see the amount of suitcases that Cameron Diaz had with her? She had a lot of suitcases. Like,
You have never been on holiday with a woman, have you, Daniel?
Does my mum count?
No.
My mum's not a woman. Is that what you're saying? Do you want me to get her on
You know
here?
what I'm saying. Stop being a pedantic cunt.
I'll fucking wake her up.
Mum, Chloe's chatting shit. Mum, come on.
Mum,
Sort her out, Mum.
I believe Stewie. Mummy.
I have a CRS, which I think you'll appreciate, and maybe agree with.
Right.
I wish I had a cow.
Yeah. What? I have a cow. Really? Oh.
How nice is that, though? Wouldn't you like a cow? Cows are so sweet.
Yeah, but what relevance does that have to the plot?
I think the relevance it has is
Jude
that...
Law has a cow.
Yeah,
Do we-
Jude Law has a cow.
I can't remember. Do we even see it?
No.
What the... Oh, hello, I'm writing a film and I need some quirky romantic small talk. Let's just add a cow in there for some reason and then never show it. Oh, brilliant.
But it's not exactly a crucial plot point that you need to see develop. That's just a minor facet of Jude Law's journey.
Jude Flaws, yeah, you're right. Jude Flaws, that's what I'm going to call him from now on.
Whenever he messes up a line, Jude Law, more like Jude Flaw.
Yeah.
And then he'll just turn around and punch you. That's how that works, right?
making this film meta doesn't make it funny. Putting trailers over Cameron Diaz in the bath, and in the state of her character, in the state that her character's in, that doesn't make it funny at all.
No, I agree with you that that's not a funny thing, but I think the film itself is sort of self-aware to some degree.
Yeah, but it's not really that self-aware, is it? Because it doesn't talk about how shite it is. I'm sorry, there is nothing that you can say that will convince me that this is a good film. I'm not even being hyperbolic anymore. I thoroughly hated this film and everything it stands for.
I genuinely look forward to watching this every year.
I think it's a really nice Christmas film. Yeah.
It's shite. It really is. And holy shit! At the beginning of the film, she tries to kill herself. She turns on the gas and starts sniffing. Really?
Yeah, but then she realises that that's ridiculous.
Oh,
it was a spur-of-the-moment decision.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? I loved this guy for 3 years. Oh, that's sad. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing at the gate? She starts sniffing gas, and then she gets a message from her computer. Is that what it takes? She was willing to kill herself. Oh, I've got a message. I better answer it first. That would be rude.
What's that line from Gavin and Stacey? How many Eurofan would it take to finish me off? Hundreds. Well, I can't afford that if I want to go on holiday.
I have another question.
Okay.
Why are they all writers?
They aren't.
What? Well, what? You know what I mean? What? They're either editors or writers or fucking movie makers, trailer makers. They're all in the film industry or the arts industry in some way. Why can't we have
having a bone to pick with saying that these people who are all quite similar have vaguely similar jobs?
Why just mad that people are working?
No. Why can't we have a rom-com about coal miners or bricklayers?
Have you seen Billy Elliot?
Yes, I have, but I haven't seen.
That's a great film.
Well, it is, yeah. But it's not. Why? It's not set at Christmas, and it's not with insufferable people. I get the feeling that this film is aimed at a very niche market, and it's middle class white people who love this sort of shit. That's the feeling I got from it. I felt very left out.
Yeah, but have you possibly thought that that's not a reflection on society? That's a reflection on your ability to feel?
Wow, that sounds very elitist, Chloe.
Does it?
In my mind, yeah.
In my mind, this reflection on me is very self-reflecting.
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Go on.
There is nothing stopping either Amanda or Graham from working anywhere in the world. Because a book editor never needs to meet an author, and a movie trailer generator lady never needs to meet, like, the actors or the production team.
Graham's got kids.
Yeah, that's true. But in that case, what's stopping Amanda from, like, renting out a little studio in wherever he lives, Surrey, and then, like... Yeah, because all they're going to do is, like, email the footage to her every week. Do you know what I mean?
Because those people who want to make it big in the film world think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pack up, I'm going to move my things, I'm just going to do it, I'm going to take the plunge and move to Surrey.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
She released, like 80 trailers in the past year. That's like a line or something. So she's got a reputation. I reckon that reputation would follow her. Because you don't need to meet Amanda to get a trailer produced by her. You can just email her a load of footage and say, here's however much money, please make this work for me.
Yeah, and can I just say, the line, and that's why they pay me the big bucks, gets said a couple of times.
Right.
I watched the trailer. Christmas Day was her film that she was making a trailer for. It looks shite. And it looks like possibly the worst film I've ever seen, and she gets paid the big bucks for making something that looks as if it was produced by fucking iMovie on an Apple phone. And she doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, obviously. Does making movie trailers like get you that amount of money? Like shite ones like that? I mean,
I have no idea, but I imagine it nets you a fair old bit of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I suppose it depends how quickly you can crank them out, because people aren't going to pay you an hourly wage to make a film trailer. They'll say, I want X amount of money. I want to pay you this much money to make a trailer for this film. Do it in whatever time frame you like, basically, as long as it doesn't take years.
Yeah. I have another question.
Yeah.
Why does Jude Flaw's kids have mobile phones? They're about 2 years old.
For emergencies.
For emergencies.
To be fair, I imagine that once you lose a parent, they probably have quite a lot of separation anxiety for being away from him. Like, they've lost one parent already, incredibly young, and they probably want to be able to stay in contact during any time, just so that they can check that he's still there, that they're not going to lose him as well.
Yeah. So there you go, Dan. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Do a bit of mental gymnastics. I'm sure that there's a...
One thing I do think is strange is that Jasper is much more of a cock than the film presents him to be.
Oh, gotcha.
Because the film presents him to be, he's just a bit of a weirdo that's just like a bit of a weirdo. That's all the film really presents, but actually he deliberately emotionally manipulates Iris for a tiny, minuscule advantage at work. And he deliberately toys with Iris for years and years and years.
It's not even an advantage at work.
Is it not?
Well, what advantage does he get? He's her boss.
Yeah. His writing is slightly better after she proofreads it. It's bizarre.
I literally wrote Jasper's a cock on my actual note. I'm not even joking. I'll take a picture of it and send it. So that's the one thing we do agree on. Jasper is an absolute cock.
Yeah.
Jasper is a cock.
And you're right. Like the advantage that he gets is pure minuscule, which suggests that the ability to manipulate her and keep her around is what's actually fueling him, which is even fucking worse. It's just playing the game for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, she does. Yeah, that's.
Are you not enjoying the film, Dan?
No, I don't like these whole big sort of big realization moments in films where it's like, she's been emotionally manipulated for like 3 years, and then suddenly has this big. I finally realise. It's like, yeah, but she says at different points in the film that she understands that, and it's like so obvious, and then it's only when the film has got 10 minutes to go that she realises that he's probably not the best for it, and then kicks him out. I mean, I guess that's fine, but...
Well, I'll tell you what you might enjoy, Dan.
What?
It's at the end of the film, all 4 of them come together, plus the children, and they have like a New Year's celebration together in some sort of a intergalactic dream team. Is what I would call that thing that they end up with. I know that is an old moment. This week, we have had a submission of an intergalactic dream team from Darius, who is, of course, a patron, a wonderful patron, and he does a lot of the artwork for this show, and thank you very much, Darius, for that. But here we go with Darius' intergalactic dream team. You ready, everybody?
I'm ready. I've got my pen.
Okay. My intergalactic dream team, if allowed. Number 1, Tom Baker Doctor. Number 2, Tommy Olivier.
Wait a minute. Tom Baker Doctor. Okay.
Number 2, Tommy Olivier from Power Rangers. I am unfamiliar with Tommy Olivier.
Okay. You're right. I don't know who that is either. But...
Number 3, Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
That's a good one.
Very good one. Number 4, Iron Man.
Yep.
Number 5, Rick.
Oh.
The villain he wants is Evil Morty from Rick and Morty, presumably. Unless it's from some other show that I've not heard of that also stars an Evil Morty. Right, you ready for the situation?
Go on.
Haven't thought about this. Power Ranger and Iron Man fight Morty in the present day. Doc Brown and Rick go back in time in the DeLorean. Rick uses his portal gun and goes and kills baby Evil Morty. In the present day, Tommy Olivier and Iron Man are still fighting Evil Morty. Doctor creeping behind and... Jesus Christ. I haven't read this until now. The Doctor creeps up behind Evil Morty and breaks his neck.
Okay.
This uses endgame time travel logic. Darius specifies.
Right, okay. Well, would the Doctor, especially Tom Baker, Would Tom Baker break a child's neck?
I haven't watched old school Doctor Who. He might break a child's neck. Is he a neck snapping kind of guy?
He's never broken a neck, as far as I can tell. I mean, he's killed people indirectly, as the Doctor often does. But he's the Doctor that got a bit squeamish when he had to destroy the Daleks. He was like, "Do I have the right to destroy an entire race of intelligent life forms?" It's like I would become like them. So I find it hard to believe that he would walk up behind a child and break their and snap their neck.
I suppose.
So a question mark on that one.
I suppose the other question is: would Rick be open to time travel, or would he just be like, "No, that's too much hassle"?
It sounds like he just because he makes a conceited effort for it not to be time travel. Like when he goes and gets pizza. He says that wasn't time travel, by the way. They were just in the counter. It's like he's actually taking that's a line that they've actually had to write to make sure that no one thinks that there's time travel involved. It's like so he might put up with it. What else? What Endgame's time travel logic is that it creates a new timeline or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It's been a long time since I watched Endgame.
It's like if they change the past, it doesn't change the future in any way. It just sort of creates a new timeline, which makes zero fucking sense.
It's a little bit strange, I'll have to say.
I mean, it's a good.
Are we about to get into an enormous kick-off about Endgame?
No, I'd need to watch Endgame again because I think they were deliberately vague. What really annoyed me about Endgame is that they couldn't use the pieces on the board. They had to just wedge time travel in there to sort of solve the problem.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Which is never. But I mean,
completely.
I'm sure killing Evil Morty in that way would work somehow if you got a machine that drastically altered the Doctor's personality and did some time travel stuff. Then you probably. Yeah.
Because I suppose what you end up with in that situation as well is you've sort of double killed Evil Morty, so you've covered your bases.
Yeah. So did he kill the baby first?
Yeah.
Right. And that doesn't kill him in the future?
It would seem not.
And that's Endgame's time travel logic. It just creates a new timeline where that timeline is where Evil Morty's dead, but there's still the timeline where he's alive. Oh. So why go back and kill him at all?
I'm not sure. But anyway.
But yeah, that's it. To be fair, it's a pretty good intergalactic dream team.
That's very true.
If they were going up against Evil Morty, we don't really know much about Evil Morty, do we?
No. Apart from he's got cables in his eyes, like some kind of psychopath.
Yeah, just like Jasper in The Holiday. See how I segued back there? Oh,
that was a stunning segue. I loved it very much. Yeah,
it's fantastic. Darius, thank you so much for sending in your intergalactic dream team. It's a segment that it's a new one, but we enjoy doing it.
I say this every time he comes up on the podcast, but he's a good egg.
He certainly is. He's the best egg.
Indeed.
Best egg around.
I mentioned this to Chloe during the Yarnathon, and I think you're going to appreciate this. If we ever do Shouting into the Void merch, I think we should try and find a way to do those rubber eggs that you can get from gift shops and stuff.
Yeah.
I think we should do those and have them say Shouting into the Void official good egg or something on them. Have them be personalised and sell those. That'd be good.
That would be good.
Yeah.
We'll table that at the next business meeting.
Yeah, the next conference we have, we'll discuss that. I'll contact our rubber printing specialist.
That's a good idea. But anyway, back to this dumpster fire. Okay.
I've got a question.
Yep.
I think this actually came from you, sweetie, on the night we watched the film.
Okay.
would you really leave your passport, boarding pass, everything in the car with the driver and then run along an icy road to get back to the house? Because not only is it a bad idea to leave your passport with someone who's essentially a stranger, but also running is going to be slower than the car.
I don't have an issue with the running. My issue is that she gets out of the car, leaves her handbag in the car, which has got her purse in it, which has got her driving licence, credit card, debit card, whatever, her phone, her passport, her boarding pass, like, fucking everything's on there. And, like, that's all the shit that you need to take someone's identity.
Yeah. What if the driver stole Cameron Diaz's identity? He went to LA and was like, oh yeah, I'm Cameron Diaz.
Well, no, he couldn't... right. You see, right. The issue with that is that he's a man.
Well, he could get, like, I don't know.
A wig.
Like a wig. And one of those Mission Impossible Scooby-Doo masks. Get one of them. Be like, oh, hi, I'm Cameron Diaz.
He's a driver. How much money do you think he's got?
Cameron Diaz level money now. Now he's stolen Cameron Diaz's identity. He's swimming in cash.
I tell you something. That sounds like a much better film than what I watched.
Fuck's sake.
I would watch that without a doubt. Just as long as it's not set at fucking Christmas, I would watch that.
Well, I can't understand why you hate Christmas films so much.
It's not that I hate Christmas films.
It's that he hates Christmas.
No, well,
he hates happiness.
Well, it is that I hate Christmas films. I don't know where I was going with that. I do hate Christmas films, and I hate Christmas.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, but what about, like, Muppets Christmas Carol? That is a classic Christmas film, if ever there has been one.
Okay.
Right. If you do an episode of this where the Muppets are involved, I'm sorry, you've got to get me on, because I've got so many questions about the Muppets.
Yeah, Chloe has extensive questions about Muppet-based genealogy.
Genealogy.
Yes. For example, we're going to go for a quick highlight. If Miss Piggy and Kermit have kids, how come some are pigs, some are frogs? Why are they not some kind of crazy hybrid? Are they an animal?
This is the thing, like, is the species a Muppet? Like, is the...
I don't think they could possibly conceive kids together.
They've got kids!
Well, if we're putting it in the realms of reality, I think that they couldn't conceive kids together. I think what would happen is Kermit would die from Miss Piggy trying to have sex with him.
Right, just humour me.
He's a fucking frog.
Humour
she's
me.
a pig.
Yeah, this is my point though. In the Muppets universe, they have got children. Okay? So, how are these
in the
kids not
Muppets
coming out?
universe?
I have so many questions. Right, I'm sorry.
You damn the MU,
all
come
of
on.
These podcasts chatting shit about films as though they're real. You can humour me about the fucking Muppets, Daniel. Is the species as a whole, like, the Muppets? Like, is the species a Muppet? And then being like a frog and a pig is the equivalent of having, like, different skin tones?
Chloe.
Or is Kermit the Frog an actual frog and then Miss Piggy's a pig and then they actually have babies, but then, like, how do the babies work? And I've got so many questions.
There are a lot of questions about the Muppets,
Yeah, if Jim Henson was alive, honestly, I would just have so many questions.
Because the other thing is, like, there's a Muppet called Animal, and that implies that
yeah,
he is an animal, but, like, the frog is not an animal somehow, and the pig is also not an animal.
If they are all animals, what the fuck is Beaker?
I mean,
is Beaker a human?
Exactly.
How does that green one with no eyes see?
Luke human, but they're not. They're Muppets, so it's, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you considered when they say animal, they might mean that he acts like a sort of wild animal.
Oh, okay, I'll let you have that one. But what about Stadler and Waldorf? Are they like humans who have been horrifically transformed into Muppets?
Okay, I think different fandoms have different degrees to which people take it seriously. Like when you talk about The Thing, it's interesting to talk about the genealogy of the creature, because it's you know, it's presumed to be based in sort of realism to somewhat. Do you know what I mean? It's like but with the Muppets, like they literally say that they're Muppets, you know. So discussing the genealogy of things that are made out of fibres and cloth.
These are genuine questions that I have, like, genuinely. Like, right, in the Muppets Christmas Carol, Michael Caine is just, like, living in a world with Muppets.
Yeah.
Does he know that they're Muppets? Does he know that he's talking to a furry green frog? Or does he just, like, view them as the same as him? Like, is it an integrated society where they all just accept each other? Or do they
maybe it's like a level 1
like,
society
what?
with, like, no racism. Everybody's just like, yeah, we're different and that's okay.
It's almost as if these questions were never really meant to be asked.
Well, I'm asking them!
I mean...
They're being asked, Daniel.
So the Muppets are like the X-Men. They could be like the mutants of their society.
Yeah, I'm
where
sure.
they're the outcasts.
Maybe they're gonna make like a Muppets movie where it's like that X-Men storyline where it's like no more mutants, no more Muppets, and then all the Muppets just disappear and become like the real world equivalent. Like Kermit becomes a frog, but Miss Piggy stays as a Muppet.
What the fuck is Beaker?
Yeah. Why can Beaker not speak?
Yeah, well, these are all pertinent questions. I mean, I'd watch any film to that ilk rather than this. So I don't think I'll ever stop hating this film ever.
One day you're going to come down to my house around Christmas time, and we're going to watch this film.
No.
And the Muppets.
Well, yeah, we'll watch the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Why?
Because it's a really good Christmas film.
Why do you need films to remind you that it's Christmas?
I don't need films to remind me that it's Christmas. I just like the story of A Christmas Carol.
Why?
And I like Muppet because it's a classic. It's
But why?
The old school Charles Dickens book. It's really interesting story about morality and like the your perspective on the world.
Okay. Why did they fall in love after 2 weeks?
I don't think I
take-
understand the question.
Well, why is it always like really short intervals where people let this fall in love?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't feel qualified to answer that. It took us like 5 years.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It takes many grueling months before I even consider the possibility. So it's
Grueling months. Is that how you view a friendship? This is a grueling communication.
of course it is. Friendship's hard. It's about arguing. It's about finding out what you're interested in and what you're not interested in, understanding each other completely, and then if you decide to put up with all the other shite, then you can consider the possibility of love. But meeting someone who's attractive, shagging him a couple of times, and then realise, oh, I love him. So I know nothing about him. I know nothing about him as a person. I know that he's got a job, a pretty good job that pays well. I know he's got a couple of kids, but what drives him? What's his actual character? What does he think about the world? What's his core? I don't know anything about that.
I think
And then people will say, oh well, it's a rom-com. It's like, all right, okay, well fine, fuck it, I don't want to watch it.
I've got to say, if memory serves, then none of them actually say "I love you" in the film.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Which one?
Jude Law.
Okay, well, it's fair enough, Jude Law. But in terms of like, Kate Winslet and Jack Black, they don't say "I love you." Like
That's true. They don't.
They're just starting off in their relationship. Like they're going on a date. They're not saying, "Oh my god, I love you. I'm going to spend my life together." They're saying, "Okay, I acknowledge my feelings towards you, and I want to see where this goes."
The tone of the film implies that all of them have a happy ending.
Sure.
So
Most
it's not as if
films do.
not the best films don't.
You are so miserable. Who hurt you, Daniel?
I'm not miserable. Just because I don't fucking get elated at the sight of unrealistic characters kissing each other and it being set at Christmas and there's a big love bit at the end where everyone comes together. Just because I don't wet my knickers over that means that I'm miserable? No, it's a shit film. I hated it. I'm glad it's done.
So are there no films with happy endings that you enjoy?
Yeah, there are. I like Toy Story.
Okay.
I like Toy Story 3
That's
specifically.
not a happy ending.
How is it not?
I forgot what happens in Toy Story 3.
Andy goes to college and leaves them all.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because
But he grows up, and they all go to another child to make another child happy.
And
Yes, but I-
sob like a 4-year-old over it.
I
Every
think
time.
that they wouldn't be loved as much by this second child as by Andy, because they are essentially like if somebody, when you were a kid, you were playing with whatever, and somebody gives you a toy, you're like, yeah, great, and you may be obsessed with it for a bit, but then it gets put away and you go back to the thing that is like your favourite toy. So this new kid, they're just going to go from I don't want to go into the attic to into a different attic.
Yeah, but and then you see Toy Story 4.
Which
and
actually
Woody,
was really good, I thought.
And Woody leaves and becomes free and just does what he wants with Bo Peep.
Which is so out of character.
A little bit, yeah.
It is a little bit, and that's why I didn't like Toy Story 4.
I think I enjoyed watching it, but when I do some metacognition, I realise it's not my fave.
Yeah, I think it was unnecessary. Do you know the my favourite character in all of the Toy Story franchise? Guess.
Sid.
Nope.
That is Sid the child that has the skull T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What about the bear? That's
Yeah.
like an angry ass guy.
Lotso.
Yeah.
He's my favourite. That is some character. That's some depth right there. It's like he's self-loathing. You know, he's hurt so much by his owner that he considers all toys as just trash, waiting to be thrown away. I think that's some really deep character stuff.
We watched something last night, and we think that we might have found the ultimate villain in any film ever.
Oh yes.
Who?
Superior to Voldemort, Umbridge, Hannibal Lecter. Superior to all of those. You ready for this, Dan?
Yep.
The Penguin from Wallace and Gromit: The Wrong Trousers.
What?
Genuinely, the Penguin from Wallace and Gromit: Wrong Trousers
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Watch it. He is generally... He doesn't speak. He doesn't have a mouth, really.
He has no facial expressions.
No facial expressions at all, and yet he is the most compelling villain I have ever watched. It's on Netflix UK. It's absolutely fantastic. A fantastic villain.
Wow. I mean, I'll need to give that a watch. Definitely. That's another thing we need to rank our top villains. It's like, yeah, that's for another time. But we keep getting sidetracked. Do you know why we keep getting sidetracked? Because this film is so shit that we can't focus on it for 2 seconds.
But the frustrating thing is, I have run out of notes that are worth saying now.
You've got 3 pages full. How?
Yeah. Well, this one here it says she's using her phone on a plane.
Yeah. Okay. To be fair. Okay. Right.
Most of them are useless now.
Let me look through them. Okay. I did read through some of these when he first wrote them.
Yeah.
And I read them. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That's just wrong."
Okay, Chloe, in your own words. Why? I don't know why I said that. It wouldn't be in anyone else's words. Tell me why you love this film so much.
I love this film.
Sell me this film. I
love this film because I love Christmas. It's my favourite time of year, so that's a bonus. But I like... How do I word this? I like happiness. I like seeing people be happy. I like seeing people's journey to happiness. And seeing Iris go from this downtrodden person who is under Jasper's spell to this fully... I don't know how to... fuck.
Sort of a self-actualised.
So, yeah, thank you. Self-actualised person who appreciates her own worth and has made a fantastic friend in Arthur along the way, and now might finally get a shot at happiness because she's realised that she's actually worth something. That's lovely to me.
Well, I disagree. But, and what about Cameron Diaz?
I like her storyline less, but I think that's kind of a consensus amongst people who watch this film.
Yeah. What's her big character change? She just, yeah.
I would say that hers is centred around vulnerability, almost. She goes from being this person who doesn't want to let people in, and she hasn't cried since she was like 14 or whatever, to this person who develops feelings so subtly that she doesn't even realise it herself, and by the time that she does realise it, it makes her cry, which is something beautiful because it's been so long, and she accepts that she is a person who feels things, and she isn't this machine who just churns out movie trailers for, the sake of doing so. She isn't just this person who doesn't need love and just wants a job. She is this person who does want to be loved, and she can be loved, and she can love other people.
Well, I mean, I think we just have completely different fundamental readings on the film.
Okay, so tell me yours.
I just see it as a very cheap, feel good, happy cash grab with actors that are incredibly good in other things, and because they're big names, that's what draws them to people to watch it. Because see, if it wasn't Jude Law and Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet, and it was actors that were unknown, I would not give a fuck about these people.
Well, see, I've grown up watching this film. This film came out in what, 2006?
No idea.
Ish, and like I've grown up watching it. So when I was 7 years old watching it, I don't know who the fuck Cameron Diaz is. I don't know who the fuck Kate Winslet is. Like, I didn't know them, and that didn't change my opinion at all. Like, I've always loved this film, regardless of if I knew the actors or not.
I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, everyone likes what they like. I just hated it.
That's
I
fair.
just hated it. You know, can't explain it any more than that.
I'm reading Lewis's notes, and I think there's a very in-depth one that we have not touched upon.
Okay.
Isn't music weird?
It kind of is weird, though, right?
It is weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I like music.
I'm not sold on the concept.
What, music?
Yeah.
Well, I like music to sort of it helps me relax. It helps me dance.
Dance like no one is watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we do have video footage of Daniel dancing.
We do have video footage of Daniel dancing. This is true.
Yeah. This is what they use when they need me to do something. They emotionally they blackmail me.
We have that video, Daniel. Don't forget.
You will say that this is your favourite film, and you love it. You will release it to the world. Yeah, but I know I like music a lot. Yeah, I'm very influenced by it. Like, if a sad song comes on, I'll get into that sad mood, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And if a happy song comes on, then I'll just start going, ha ha, wait.
I think I spend a lot of my time with headphones on. Like, either if I'm editing the podcast or I'm listening to, like... The only thing I really use music for is, like, as a thing to make sure that I don't hear people outside, or a thing to make sure that I'm not distracted. Because what I do when I'm not acting or podcasting is I do a lot of writing work, so it's helpful to have some kind of music on that's just sort of background noise. Just something to drown out the rest of the house, as it were. So that's the only thing I really use music for. If I was doing something like cooking or walking somewhere or whatever, I would listen to a podcast more than I would listen to music.
Yeah. Well, me, fair enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right there, sweetie. Just looking at my notes and giggling.
Those blinds are so decadent. Holy crap.
They are decadent blinds.
They are decadent, to be fair.
Imagine if we had blinds like that.
It's the fact that you wrote holy crap. There's another one down here. How is the dog fine with this? I don't think the dog cares.
Yeah, well, that's... No, right. How many dogs do you know that, like... Okay, say Blue.
Oh, Blue.
Who I think I've mentioned on the podcast before. Blue.
You have.
We love Blue.
Yeah. We love Blue. Say Kevin and Karen,
Yeah.
Blue's owners,
Yeah.
went to wherever and were replaced by two Americans that are different people.
Yeah.
Is Blue just going to be fine with that?
Are they going to feed him? Are they going to...
Yeah, they're going to feed him and stuff.
Then yeah, he'll be fine.
I reckon he would be like distressed and be like, where are Kevin and Karen?
Someone there, I don't think he'd be bothered. If he was by himself, then yeah. And yeah, he'll be excited when they come back because, oh my god, they're back, oh my god. But like, in terms of who the fuck are these people, I don't think he'd care.
I think a dog would care.
I don't think he would.
Yeah, I agree with Chloe on this one. I think dogs...
First
I
time
don't think dogs are that intelligent, to be honest.
Dogs
I know
are
that's
quite intelligent.
That's not what I was
know.
saying.
I know that that's not what you said, but like, I don't think dogs. I know that dogs will miss their owners, but I don't think that they have the frame of mind to go, I'm not fucking staying with you. I need my
Who the
owner. I'll
fuck
see you
are
later. because they're animals. Well, we're animals, but they're more of an animal than I am. And as long as they get food, they're probably and walkies. They're probably not going to be complaining that much.
That's true.
Winslet and Black's character's friendship is amazing, super good. You kind of miss the vibe of the film, babe.
No, because I like their relationship more because they develop a nice friendship first. Do you know what I mean? They're friends first, and then it develops into like a relationship.
Who?
Kate Winslet and Jack Black.
Oh. I thought Jack Black was awful in this film.
Really?
Yeah, I love him in School of Rock. I love him in Tenacious D. But I thought it was just. And the dialogue was so cheesy and so over the top. I've hated in this film enough. I can't say any more about it because I've one more note that says this cheesy fuckfest makes my mind weep. That's
right.
It's one of my notes.
I've got to say, after this, God forbid either of you work with these people.
Yeah, I don't care. Here, we've got a film for you. Jack Black's going to be in it. Jude Law's going to be in it. Kate Winslet's going to be in it. Cameron Diaz. And they want you to play one of the main roles. Oh, but we've listened to your podcast in the holidays, so you're not getting it.
Nah.
I mean,
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, God forbid you walk onto set and Jack Black's just there like, you're the cunt who chatted shit about me on a shit little podcast, aren't you? Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, Jack. You were shite in this film. Sorry. This is gonna bite me in the arse in the future. And I'm sorry, Jack.
I think that might be it in terms of notes and stuff. Or
Yeah.
is there any others that are particularly hilarious, sweetie?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, John Krasinski's in it.
Krasinski, yeah.
Whatever his name is, he's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, as the guy that does the editing or whatever.
See if they replaced him with Jude Law. I think it would have been much better.
So Jude Law was a funnier character?
No, I mean that if they got rid of Jude Law and put John Krasinski in Jude Law's bit, then I think that would have made it better.
Oh, okay. So as in John Krasinski is playing Graham?
Yeah.
Okay. I can kind of see where you're coming from.
Because it's funny. I think he's far more charming, to be honest. I think Jude Law is like... He's actually quite creepy, Jude Law. I find him look really creepy. Have you ever seen The Young Pope?
No.
Watch The Young Pope, and that he's really good in it. He's really good in it, but he's really creepy. And like, see when Jude Law smiles, I don't like it.
I think he's quite attractive.
He's like a young Hannibal Lecter. I think I think he's quite creepy looking.
I see.
And I think John Krasinski's look funnier and much more like down to earth.
John Krasinski does seem like a good egg.
He really does.
He's hosting that show at the minute, isn't he? Some Good News. He's finding like nice, positive news stories online and repeating them in front of a camera and putting it on YouTube, just to sort of lighten the mood a bit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind then. Fuck off.
Chloe is pointing at a note now. Well, we'll have this be the last one, eh?
I mean, right, okay. This one is quite humorous. It's also chronologically impossible. Is Mill House, which is the name of Graham's house, you know how some obnoxious people have their houses named instead of numbered, the inspiration for The Simpsons' Mill House?
Could be.
This film came out in 2006.
Maybe Matt Groening's a time traveller?
I'm sorry, you thought that a film that came out in 2006 was the inspiration for a character that's been on television decades beforehand?
I didn't think it was the inspiration. I thought maybe they're linked in some way.
The word says inspiration. The note says inspiration. It's right in front of my face in purple.
Yeah, but I know that note means thematically linked in some way.
Well, I know.
Yeah, but no one else does. No one. If you.
Yeah, but these notes are only ever intended to be read by me on the podcast.
Well, surprise, bitch! Here I am.
If I look right, I hate you and I want you to die. And you read that and you're like, whoa, what the fuck's that? But wait a minute, I know what that actually means is I love you very much. It's like, alright, well that's fine then. Yeah, Lewis, we can't read your mind, okay?
No, but I can read my own mind, so I feel like it's okay.
You have to communicate with us.
Use
so
your words. Oh God.
Fuck's sake.
Have you got a closing statement then, Dan?
Yeah. I knew how it was going to end before it even started. I hate love, I hate rom-coms, and I hate Christmas. The end.
I see. What a lovely film, with heartwarming messages throughout. If it doesn't bring you joy, you're a weirdo.
That's me.
Have you got a closing statement, sweetie?
I stand by my previous closing statement.
Which was?
You're wrong.
I see.
You are wrong!
Oh, crikey.
Oh. Wow, God's sake. Fucking debate hall massive there.
What we're going to do is...
Debate hall massive.
Whenever I'm on, we need to make sure that I'm on for a film that I know that I will disagree with Danny on.
Right.
Because then I can just use that consistently on every episode that I'm on.
Danny, what do you think about the film Hot Fuzz?
Oh, it's a great film.
Right?
I
All
wouldn't be
the
on that
Cornetto
anyway.
trilogy are great.
I agree with him, but I still want to be on it.
Okay.
I love Hot Fuzz. What other shit films do you like, Chloe?
Anything with you in.
Oh! So one film.
What other rom-coms do we like watching at Christmas time? There's Love Actually, there's this.
Do you like Mamma Mia?
Oh my god, fucking... I love ABBA so much.
Out your mind.
Fuck off.
What else? What other ones?
I personally think that you need to do Flushed Away.
I love Flushed Away.
It's kind of a classic, isn't it?
It's a good film. It's a good film. It's funny, it's charming, it's witty. What else? I need a film. What's a film that you know that I'll hate?
Oh, Jesus. Mamma Mia 2, High School Musical, High School Musical 2, High School Musical 3.
All of them. Fuck that.
High School Musical's okay.
High School Musical's okay.
Don't get me wrong,
No.
I know it's not Citizen Kane, but like, it's enjoyable to watch. I had a good time watching it.
It's more insufferable teenage drama with characters that are really not that likeable and unrealistic.
Yeah, well, Dan, I'm not living my dream, I'm living yours!
Oh my god. What about us? Fuck off.
The songs are amazing.
The songs are not amazing.
Ah!
They are not amazing.
Oh, God.
Okay, right. Saying objectively that they are amazing is just wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. They are not amazing. A sunset is amazing. The Grand Canyon is amazing. A meteor falling to Earth is amazing. High School fucking Musical is not amazing. What's amazing about? What's groundbreaking about it? What
My
does it
entire
do?
childhood revolved around High School Musical because the first film came out in 2006.
I have no idea.
What is it?
Just a guess.
Is 2006 like ground zero for you with these films? Just any
That's the
film,
earliest
any
I can
shit
remember.
rom-com, any shit rom-com that just farts out in 2006.
Right, I cannot tell you a film that came out before 2006 that I can remember it coming out. I remember High School Musical coming out. I remember The Holiday coming out.
Yeah, well, I don't because I was busy
Doing what?
killing cats or something, torturing goldfish. Just
How very Danny.
Just tapping fish tanks, going. Look, Lalo and Better Call Saul.
27 Dresses.
Oh yes, have you seen 27 Dresses, Dan?
Definitely not.
That's the film. That's it.
Don't like it, but Chloe loves it very, very much. I like it for a different reason, but you would loathe it.
I'm sure I would.
I like picking these films. It's fun.
It's 27 Dresses. I think I enjoy it because all of the characters are kind of not great people, if I remember it right.
Oh, well, that sounds interesting.
It's
I like films and TV shows about characters that are horrible. Like, It's Always Sunny. I love It's Always Sunny because they just go against every sitcom trope.
Okay.
And they they're just completely horrible narcissists, which is great. I love it.
Well,
so how are they horrible people?
Well, like, I think we might actually do need to do an episode on this, so maybe we should save that for that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okie dokie.
Fair enough.
Right, if that's the end of all the film chat, have we got some shilling to do? Have we got some bits and bobs?
Yep, we've got some lovely shilling to do. I am on Instagram at O'Hiram. I'm on Facebook at Daniel K Actor, and I'm on Twitter at Gerzo2000. What are you on, Lewis?
I am on Instagram at Lewis_Brindley. I'm on Twitter at LewisBrindley4, and I have a Facebook page which is named after me. Therefore, it's called Lewis Brindley.
Wow. Yeah.
Would you like to shill, sweetie?
I don't really do much. I'm not even gonna lie.
We'll do the number 12 shilling.
Knock yourself out.
Okay, cool. My wonderful wife, who is here and has joined us for this podcast, runs a company where she crochets with extreme skill and dexterity, and I don't understand how she's doing it. She does it now. She's been doing it this entire podcast, and it's a bit terrifying because...
Wait, what? She's been slapping my opinions down while yarning. Oh my god, that's amazing. That is amazing. High School Musical is not... That is amazing.
But regardless of that, she is amazing, and this is amazing. Her Instagram is at number 12 Crochet Avenue, and she's really, 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 really good. Go and check out the Instagram. It's definitely worth a follow. She takes commissions, and she's really good. Go and check it out.
Thanks.
Definitely. Yeah, we are hosted by Podomatic. Mm-hmm. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We have a YouTube channel. We're on Deezer. We have a PayPal donate button. We have a Patreon, and we'd like to thank our two lovely patrons, Darius and Chloe.
Thank you very much. You are both extremely good eggs.
You're welcome.
Yep. Good eggs. We'll get the merch out. Give you your good egg stuff.
I think
verified
that
good
as
egg
your
rubber
first
egg.
patron, I should be the first person to get merch. I want a t-shirt.
If we run any test batches,
Yeah,
well,
it'll cost you.
it'll cost.
I'm married to him. I've paid my dues.
If you're listening to this podcast and you do genuinely want some merch, please do let us know. Let us know on Chloe really wants some merch.
Chloe, shh, we're trying to talk to people here.
I want a t-shirt.
Well, please let us know on. We have loads of different ways you can get in contact with us: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. There's also the email address we have. We haven't talked about it in like a million years. shoutingintothevoid@gmail.com.
Shit, yeah.
If you want merch, let us know. We are more than happy to go down that road.
You know I'm going to email y'all.
Danny, I think we might be able to be about to get an email from my wife.
Excellent.
But yeah, if you want merch, let us know. We would love to.
Definitely. And anything you can spare for... I know it's a hectic time at the moment, and, but people are spending money now for some reason. I've been spending money that I don't have, just buying random shite that I don't need. So if you want to spend random money, direct it at us, and we'll do subpar content.
Indeed. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, if you do decide to give us a hand, then that would be absolutely wonderful. It's a tough time, but we appreciate the help very, very much, so thank you.
Lewis, I've just received an Instagram message.
Oh, have you? What does it say?
From a certain Chloe Brindley.
Mm-hmm.
It says, in all caps, I want merch.
You are wrong.
It's Chloe's statements are always 3 words. It's just 3 words. You are wrong. I want merch. I want. I don't know. What else do you want? Yarn. I've dropped my mug. The tea's every. The tea. I dropped tea.
Oh God. Well, I think that's the end of the shilling. Anyway,
it's all over my mic. I'm gonna have to get it replaced.
Well, before we do cut out, anyway, the next episode that we are doing is going to be Carrie, the old school film from, was it like 1976 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, we're going to do that one next. And then I would like to put a question to Danny live on air.
Okay.
After we've done Carrie, would you like to talk about the film 27 Dresses?
Okay.
Oh, can I be on that one?
Yeah!
Yes!
Is that alright with you, Dan?
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, Fair enough. Right, we'll do 27 dresses after Carrie then.
I just love the fact that I know he's going to suffer. I know he's going to hate every single second of it, and it's going to be great.
I'm choosing the next one.
Okay.
It's going to be fucking horrific.
Yeah, but I haven't got to be on that one.
Fair enough.
So just subject me to the worst thing you can.
Yeah, it'll be Human Centipede or something
Oh,
like that.
Jesus.
Well,
This film was really wholesome and lovely. I enjoyed watching The Human Centipede.
Oh, don't worry, it's set at Christmas.
Oh, crikey.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
for
thank you
listening.
very much for listening to our podcast about whatever the hell this has been about.
The holiday.
Definitely not the holiday. Lots of stuff that wasn't the film.
That's it.
Well, thank you very much for listening. It means the absolute world. Share it around. Go crazy. Share the podcast. Let your family know. Let your dog know. Let other dogs know.
Say hi to your dog for me.
Yes, say hi to your dog if you have a dog. If you have a dog, rub your dog's belly in the name of shouting into the void.
Yeah, if you have a dog, respect its privacy.
Yeah, I think that's everything anyway. Contact us if you want merch. Thank you for listening.
I want merch.
Chloe wants merch.
I want some merch.
You want some...
Sold.
Not just me.
See what I did there? See how I tacked on sold at the end?
I did.
Bastard.
Thank you very much for listening. I'm going to stop recording now, everybody.
Yeah, I better do the same. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.